worldwide campuses of Troy University, this is TrojanVision News at Noon.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision News at Noon for October 15, 2009. I'm Brooke Miller. Thank you for joining us. Students nearing graduation had a great opportunity yesterday to find that ever-important first job. Mackenzie Hicks hit the career fair and found out what all was taking place.
More than ever, people are looking for jobs, and Wednesday Career Services gave Troy students an opportunity to network and hand in their resume in their fall career fair.
So students have the opportunity to meet and mingle with potential employers that can give you jobs, give you internships, as well as just networking, because that is the number one way to get a job is through networking. So this is an opportunity where they can not only meet with employers, but also other job seekers too that are going to be here, so they can kind of team up on it too.
The career fair is a way for mainly graduating students to put their names out there and network. A nursing student who is getting ready to graduate hopes that her visit to the career fair pays off.
I'm about to graduate from nursing school in December, so I wanted to make sure that I had my options and knew what I was going to do. So I came to the Southeast Medical Center to put in my resume, and I talked to them, so hopefully I'll be getting a job.
All throughout college, students learn how to build their resumes, but according to a representative from Southeast Medical Center, it's not always about what's on your resume.
We're really looking for their communication skills, we're looking for their energy level, we're looking for their desire to really work for our organization. Again, we're looking for nurses and physical therapists, people in the medical field who really want to get involved in helping people and serving the community.
The tally is not yet known on how many students made it out to the career fair, but Wooden says he has no doubt that showing up will help students in the future. Mackenzie Hicks, Troy TrojanVision News.
There will be another career fair in the spring, however, a date has not been set yet. In a little over a week, Troy University will know their new homecoming king and queen, but the last stop before that announcement was made yesterday. Derica James has the story.
The Student Government Association has had a lot of activity in their office today as students came in to vote for the homecoming king and queen for 2009. President Jonathan Davis says today's vote was to narrow down the pits from the previous homecoming court election.
A week ago we had the court elections, homecoming court elections, and today it's dwindling down to king and queen elections. So after today, we will find out later on in the homecoming week who will be our king and queen.
Many students came out to place their votes for who they believe will be the best king and queen for Troy's homecoming. But one student explains that she was personally impressed by the diversity in this year's court.
I'm really excited about homecoming, especially about the fact that there's a large number of minorities on the homecoming court. I think that's the first I was pretty excited about.
Partner asked that she turned out to vote because she was eager to be able to voice her opinion in an election, something that she missed out on in the past.
I didn't get a chance to vote for the SGA president, so I'm kind of making up for that. I'm making sure that I pretty much get out and vote every chance that I get so I can at least have some kind of say in the school.
Derica James, TrojanVision News.
Homecoming king and queen will be announced at halftime during the homecoming game against North Texas on October 24th. The University Activities Council, usually known for providing fun for Troy students, spent Tuesday night trying to get them motivated. Jamarius Anderson has the story.
Troy University's UAC event showcased motivational speaker and author of the top-selling student leadership book entitled Take Your Leadership to the Next Level, The 7 Secrets of Thriving Student Leaders, Jonathan Sprinkles. The motivational speaker wanted to send a message to athletes, Greeks, and other student organizations here on campus that were in attendance for the event that
you were born an original. Don't live like a copy. You can either do what everybody else is doing, or you can change the game and make it bigger and better and more fun for yourself and everybody else behind you.
Since midterm exams are coming up, the UAC thought it would be a good idea to invite Sprinkles to talk with the students. Student advisor for the UAC, Darren Chancellor, hopes that Sprinkles give the students a sense of motivation.
People, possibly getting down, if they didn't study, or just being weighed down by the fact that they got to study and have to perform well in the classroom. So I think it was a great thing to really motivate students to get just really understand what it really takes to succeed.
Sprinkles, who's a California native who graduated from the University of Texas, feels that college was very influential of him growing as a person and to becoming a motivational speaker.
At first, I hated the school I went to because I wasn't too happy about myself. And then as certain things changed in my life, I learned how to appreciate the people around me, regardless of what they looked like, regardless of what they were from, or what their background was. And I began to embrace college as something that was actually a place of learning and growing. And I loved it so much, I couldn't get away.
Jamarius Anderson, Troy TrojanVision News.
UAC's next activity will be Oktoberfest tonight at 8 o'clock outside Barnes & Noble. Troy University's Math and Science Complex looked more like a zoo yesterday afternoon. It was ferrets, skunks, snakes, and as Adam Turnipseed shows us, it was a petting zoo for college students courtesy of the Environmental Club.
Troy University was living in the wild Wednesday afternoon as McClellan's Critters showed snakes, ferrets, and even a skunk to promote its zoo. McClellan's Critters has many exotic animals, and they came to Troy University today to help promote their zoo. The one event they held on Saturday is to help promote the zoo and to try to show that they have animals of many kinds. And Jimmy Birchall will explain the purpose of the event.
It's to raise awareness of the zoo. There's one here in Pike County, and it's to raise money for the Environmental Club here on campus. They want to show that these animals are wonderful, that they're friendly, and show them some conservation for the different animals that are found here in Alabama.
Now, for many students that showed up, some came with awes and some with huge fears. A few students talked about the experience.
I think it made me realize I have a fear, kind of, more than anything else. I was not touching those snakes for anything. When they pulled out the big one, I jumped into the middle of the room and I was like, okay, I'm good.
It was actually pretty cool. There's a lot of excitement in the room, and they've actually brought out some really interesting topics that I didn't realize, like ligers and the amount of animals that are actually here in Pike County that I never knew about.
It was pretty interesting. I'm not really a snake lover, and so just the fact that these huge 30-foot snakes in the room with me was a little discomforting. Even them just slithering around on the ground was kind of a little creepy for me.
Mike McClellan's zoo has been here for almost 15 years now and features exotic animals from all around the world. McClellan explains about why he created the zoo.
I started this, I love animals. I've always loved animals. I have a variety. I have over 250 animals out there. I have a zoo license just like the Montgomery Birmingham Zoo. If somebody called me, there's been a mistreated animal, we will take it, okay? The majority of my animals have been purchased, which if you come out there, you'll see. I've raised them as babies.
Adam Turnipseed, Troy TrojanVision News.
The animal fun doesn't stop there. The Environmental Club will have a picnic at McClellan's Critters this Saturday. And now taking a look at news from around the state. The sentencing phase begins today after an Etowah County jury found a man guilty of capital murder in the death of his girlfriend's young son. Jurors convicted Kevin Andre Talles yesterday in the December 2006 beating death of a 5-year-old Giante Glass. And next in state news, a report by state officials shows that more than 4,450 jobs have been created in Alabama by the infusion of the federal stimulus money. The report to the federal government by state agencies shows Alabama has received more than $1 billion of a total of $2.4 billion awarded in stimulus funds. And last in state news, Alabama Democratic Party officials say outdated records are partly to blame for a dead man being appointed to an interim party panel. Reynolds Smith Jr. was named to the panel despite his death last November at the age of 83. And still to come on TrojanVision News at noon, the Trojan volleyball team was looking for their 6th home game victory last night. Ivy Carter will have all the details coming up in sports. But first, after being held captive for 20 years, a kidnapped victim finally tells her story. We'll have all that coming up after the break.